Today I want to talk about how to deal with your kids when they're defiant. Hi, my name is Luke and this is Parent Academy. First I want to say we've all been there, all right? The best parent on earth has to deal with defiant kids and none of us are the best parent on earth. Take this as encouragement that you can do this, you can handle it. I want to share with you a couple of tricks that we've used in the classroom. You know, I've been a classroom teacher for 11 years, a school principal for 8 years, and so I've learned a few things that work in school, and I think it'll really help you in your home. The biggest thing that helped me deal with defiant kids is to understand why. And it isn't just that they want their way, although that's big. That is primarily what's going on. But there's also a defensive posture that they get into, something that drives them toward a feeling of, I need more control. And it helps me to remember that I get that way sometimes too. You know, maybe I don't defy my boss, maybe I don't yell at my wife, but that need for control is strong in everyone, especially when you're dealing with any kind of insecurity. And so I want to encourage you to be patient with your kids around that. They struggle in the same ways that we do, they just express it differently because of their immaturity. Now, that being said, when a kid is defiant, the first thing we do in a classroom setting is we remove them from their audience. A lot of what defiance is about is posturing, boosting the ego. And so if there's any kind of audience around, we want to remove them from that situation. And also remember that when you remove them, you're also helping them to find a place to calm down. You know, and sometimes kids will do this themselves. They'll storm off in their anger, you know, yelling things along the way. That's not the best, and they need to learn not to do that, but realize that they also want to calm down, which is why they're leaving. But what you can't do is avoid the conflict. So give them that time. Usually you'll know they're ready to deal with the problem because you're ready to deal with the problem. Because let's be honest, they're not the only one that's angry. Anytime you get into a power struggle, you're going to feel it. That needs to get dealt with by you first. So you can't really resolve the problem if you are still engaged in the power struggle. Because a power struggle and a problem-solving session are totally different things. You can't do them both at once. It's a complete mindset change that you're waiting for, and that's what the calm down period is. Now, if you're not careful, running away from the problem creates a bad pattern, and it can poison relationships the rest of their lives, to stonewall and avoid and blame others for everything that's wrong. And every kid falls into that trap sometimes, and some of them get stuck in it. So your job as a parent is to bring reconciliation to the relationship. That's your goal. Don't forget it. The way you restore that relationship is by building your ladder. Remember that to build a ladder means you're giving a kid access to that mindset of creative purpose in solving problems. Here's how you give them that access. First, the ladder sits on a ground of you staying calm. That holds the ladder up. And if you're not calm, the ladder falls over. The first rung of the ladder is to defeat the belief that no one cares about me. And that's what that selfish voice internally is saying. That's why they're boosting their ego. They're trying to solve that problem of feeling a little worthless. And if you're not careful, when you send them away, that sense of rejection gets stronger. So you have to go with them, give them a couple minutes, appear in their door, talk about how to solve the problem. Now, when you get there, they might not be ready to solve it. And you can tell because you'll ask them, do you know why I sent you here? Do you know what the problem is? And if the argument kicks back on, if they're still in the power struggling mode, you are not going to join them there. That's important. Do not participate in the power struggle. What you're going to say is, I can see you're not ready. I'm just going to wait. You could stay in the room and wait. You could leave again and come back. I kind of like the staying in the room because it can counteract that rejection. That calm voice of saying, hey, I'm here to work this out with you. I'm here to listen to you, but I'm also going to require that you listen to me. That's a big deal. All right, so you're building your ladder. The first rung is that they know you care about them. The second rung is that you support them to succeed. And that patient waiting is teaching them to calm down. That's the skill they're missing anyway. So you're sitting there saying, I'm waiting for you to be ready. I'm waiting for you to be calm. If when they're calm, they still want to explain to you why they think they are right and you're wrong, that's totally okay. As long as it's not a power struggle, it's expressing an opinion, a perspective. You want to show that respect and a lot of value. So helping them succeed is the second rung of the ladder. Then you get to the top of the ladder, and this one is pivotal. Many parents never get to that top rung, and it's so important. The top rung is that you have high expectations for them. You say to them, look, I don't disrespect you. That better be true, by the way, if you're going to say it. I haven't disrespected you. I expect you to treat me with respect also. That fundamentally is how you get back to not only restoring relationship, which is forgiving each other genuinely, but also building strength. Because without high expectations, there can be no strength. You have to go through the suffering together. My name is Luke, and this is Parent Academy, and I hope it helps.